Hey, what's up, guys? Salute and welcome to class. Come on in, guys. Hit that like button. That's how you pay your school tuition. Keep in mind that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we do not complicate it. All right, guys. So we got a good one today. Again, we back in class, and miss me with this. It's getting repetitive, cause no, it's not. No 2 days are alike. And these modern women, these Helluva mothers, they got a million tricks up their sleeve. So again, we gonna focus in on how the modern woman, these Helluva mother-daughter relationships is toxic, guys. And this is what's perpetuating the nonsense, guys. This is key to why men is weak. This is key to why men gotta deal with every female they meet with gloves, with special gloves on, you know what I mean? Because they're damaged. And ain't no man damaged these women. They Helluva mother damaged them, guys. So y'all check out this intro. When we come back, we gonna get into it. It's the truth with proof. Y'all know what time it is.
And his opponent, accompanied by Ross Mann from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds, GMG Big Money.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one.
These two have been waiting for this one for quite some time, and to be honest, so have I.
Alright, guys, and we back. So without any further ado, y'all know what we do over here. All we do is tell the truth, and we bring the truth with facts. So before we go any further, those of you that do not understand this next video that I'm going to play from my girl A-Lux, you might need to get on out of here, guys. I'm not even going to play a whole video. I just want to play one key nugget that I need y'all to get through your head. Alright? And if you can't get this key nugget through your head, then you're not going to be able to critically think your way through this class today. All right, guys?
Number 13. Your parents know best. Look, the truth is, your parents are just people, with all the flaws and shortcomings that people come with. In most cases, they try their best, and you see them as figures of authority and safety. But they're just as confused about the world as you are, and in this day and age, maybe even more so. They're trying to figure out how things work just as much as you are, so you gotta take their advice with a little grain of salt sometimes. Number 4.
All right? Do you guys get that, guys? They're just human beings. I mean, they don't know everything. So if you live your life based off of information that they got and obtained on the fly, because they raised us on the fly, guys. They didn't have this information that we have easily and readily available for them to just pick it up and teach it to us. They didn't have that time. They had time to just raise us, guys. Remember that. So if you live your life, this is why you can't continue to blame them, because once you know that, then you can't blame your parents. You know what I mean? You lick your wounds and you move forward, man. All right, it is what it is. You know better now. You change the shit that's not useful. You get rid of it. You keep the stuff that is useful. Make sure you're keeping the stuff that is useful, not the stuff that make you feel good in your life, because it'll still be damaging when you make your decisions now as an adult, guys. So always remember that. You know what I mean? Always remember that. If you live your life based off what people before us did, and those people not in a better position or in a position that we want to see for ourselves, then you're going to get the same results that those people got. It's common sense. Common sense, guys. But let's get on into today's video. Y'all see it. Father raised modern woman explain how her Helluva Single Mother abused her as she got older. Crazy, right? Crazy. You can't make this run up. You see why I say no 2 days are alike? This is a whole different topic right here. This is a whole different modern woman Helluva Mother magic trick. But it's damaging. It's toxic. You know what I mean? And it need to be talked about. So come on, guys. Y'all hit that like button and let's get it.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today?
Salute to my guy, Atlanta Street Interviews. Much love to him. He doing God work. Keep doing God work, guys. Let's get it.
Hey, miss.
I'm doing great.
All right. All right. I love your smile, your skin. I love everything you got going on. All right. So are you homeless?
I am.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
28. And so how long?
Wow, yo, y'all see this, man? We doing modern women after modern women. The stats showed men, but I mean, modern women gotta be catching up. They gotta be not too far behind. And off first rip, me being in a great assessment of character, this looked like a very unique and intelligent girl, like an intelligent girl. So my guess, without even watching this video, which I have not watched it yet, guys, my guess is that she just never had the right soil around her to harvest what she can do, what she can really pan out to be, to harvest her potential. She just never had the soil, never had the supporting soil. So let's go on and see right now. That's just my ultimate assessment. She got the cool vibe, look.
How long have you been homeless?
I've been shelterless for 4 to 5 years now, since about 2018.
Okay. So what was to happen 2018 that caused you to become shelterless, homeless?
Just not necessarily having a knowledge on feminine wisdom and how to operate in relationships at the time. Had a significant other at the time who kind of wasn't holding their weight, but neither here nor there.
Ooh, guys, did you hear what she just said? She didn't have the knowledge. See what I mean, guys? See what I mean, guys? There's some women out here that know. They know their moms ain't teach them nothing, bro. She ain't teaching what she needed to teach them. A man not supposed to teach you that. So whether her father ran off, or he's just absent, you know what I mean? There's some things that the mother's supposed to teach these little girls, and they didn't do that. They didn't teach these little girls nothing. You see, again, guys, I can't make this stuff up.
The main thing is that it was a lot on me, a lot on my plate, and so
You talk about financially,
mentally, emotionally, the whole nine. And so it became overwhelming, obviously, and with
Clearly, toxic people attract toxic people. So clearly, she got with a hell of a son. And she just real enough to understand that she wasn't ready. She wasn't doing what she needed to be done. So it's not like she gonna get on here and blame just the man. She took her accountability, guys. Ooh, that's so Eve-like. You know what I mean? They got some shit with them, but they gonna say, oh yeah, I ate it, my bad.
different bills and setbacks, I got kicked out of my apartment, and so I moved back home with my mom. We kind of were not seeing eye to eye. There was some domestic abuse involved, and then I ended up moving out again.
Who was the victim of that?
I was.
And who did it?
My parent.
You heard her custodial parent. You heard her, man. You heard her. Don't play dumb. We all heard her.
Okay.
I'll leave it there.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I get it. Okay. All right. And so that happened about 4 or 5 years ago. But so, I mean, have we not been able to go through any of the programs or get stable in 4 or 5 years?
No. I'm gonna say that it's been ups and downs, as is life, ebbs and flows. But more so, the impact of the abuse is what kept me stagnated in that taking personal accountability and honing in on my personal needs so that I wouldn't self-sabotage or give so much to others without filling my own cup. So that was kind of what it was on a general basis all across the board throughout that time. Me just needing to find that love in other places, not needing to, attempting to find that love in other places through giving, but not pouring that love into myself. And so I did.
Man, I need you to be a little bit more natural, man. You sound like you're reading from a script, like you're reading from a playbook. You know exactly what to say. You know what I mean? Not how to say it.
Suffer a lot with self-esteem, mental health issues, contemplating and attempting suicide. And so I'm literally standing here as a survivor, as a warrior of God. And I'm grateful that I had this opportunity to use my voice and to speak up about this, because it's very vital and important that we are raising our youth to know what independence is and looks like so that they can emulate it. Because without that model and without that support of a consistent, knowledgeable, patient parents, okay, then you're gonna have
It's gonna be more likely that you fall into instability.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know the blueprint. She know the blueprint. This is what I say. She looked very knowledgeable. She just was never given a chance. Like most of our sisters, never given a chance.
agree 100%. Do you have any kids?
I do not have any kids.
No? All right.
Not yet.
Have you ever been married?
No, not yet.
No? Okay. All right. So yeah, so let's start from the beginning. So where you from?
I'm from Dallas.
Hey man, the other D, yes sir, man. Shout out that big Dallas, Texas,
Hey, shout
all
out.
day, man. Yes sir, yes sir. All right, and so growing up in Dallas, did you have both your mom and your dad in the household?
I did not. My mother left the household when we were 2 years old. Me and my twin sister. We had a younger sister who was about 6 months at the time. So I was raised by my father, 0 to 18. And
Did you ladies hear that? Did you ladies hear that? Because I know I don't. Y'all, I'm still waiting for y'all to send me the stories of the dads running off and proof of the shit y'all be capping. You know what I mean? Social media around now. Social media, camera phones, y'all always got your phone in your hand. I need to see more of this shit y'all be running around here screaming. We can show you the shit we be running around here, how y'all say, complaining about. We can show you the shit we complaining about. But you know what I mean? You heard what she just said. Now I'm gonna play that back.
Sir, man. Shout out that big Dallas, Texas,
Hey, shout
all
out.
day, man. Yes sir, yes sir. All right, and so growing up in Dallas, did you have both your mom and your dad in the household?
I did not. My mother left the household when we were 2 years old. Me and my twin sister. We had a younger sister who was about 6 months at the time. So I was raised by my father, 0 to 18, and my mother was in the home consistently from like 13 to 18, but before 13, from 2 to 13, in and out, and she had been having legal trouble and things like that.
So was she like in the kind of like street activity and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Different stuff. Okay, we get it. I mean,
Yeah, she was a street fighter. She was in our red section, guys. She was over on our red section over here on our chart, on our modern woman chart. Good old masculine women, a good old masculine female. Meanwhile, the dad, he doing what he's supposed to do, but in the mainstream narrative is that the father ran off, the father left the house. We done got numbers after numbers of videos of content pieces showing the modern woman destroying her home with her own hands, like how God said she would.
we get a lot of that on this channel. So bottom line is that mom was, doing her thing.
Yes.
And dad was kind of the one that raised you from 2 to 13.
No, from 0
Well,
to 18.
you're right,
but
from 0 to 18, but by himself from 2 to 13.
Right, get it right, man. Get that man, put some respect on that father, bro. Put some respect on that father name, boy.
And I get it. And even beyond that, I get it. Okay, so I mean, growing up, would you say that you had a fairly normal childhood?
I would say I did. Yes, I was raised in church. Actually, kind of born into my family's church, so been in church since a little infant.
I told y'all the DNA. Now we know where she get her smarts from. We know what part of the DNA is her smarts. And then we know the part of the DNA that's the bad decisions and the whole shit. You know what I mean? That probably got her into this mess. That's an assumption, guys. That's not a prediction. That's an assumption. But she is intelligent.
And all the way through 18. So that's like, that was a stable and solid foundation for me. Having that knowledge of faith and wisdom and understanding of God and what that looks like. So definitely yes.
Okay, and so you say you have a twin.
I do.
Is that fraternal or identical?
Fraternal.
Okay, fraternal. Okay. All right. Is that female or male?
Female.
Okay. So y'all sisters.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. And so, okay. So I mean, so we had a fairly normal childhood. Did we go to high school?
We did.
Okay, graduated?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Any college after that?
Yes, absolutely. What school? Grambling State University.
You went to Grambling? Hey, man. Shout out them Tigers, man. Out. Yes, sir, man. Shout out that big Grambling. All day, man. They shared a G like us with Georgia. Yeah. Okay, all right, man. That's what's up. Did you graduate?
I did not graduate.
Okay, how many semesters did you complete?
Got him!
I did.
Wow. So you're close.
Yeah, we gave it a celebration and all of that, and she ain't even graduate, boy. What's wrong with y'all, yo? What's wrong with y'all, yo? For kicks and giggles, yo. Just cause, right?
Supposed to graduate, man.
Yes, I studied elementary education with a minor in early childhood education. Emphasis on my childhood, obviously. I'm a very joyful spirit. I love children. It's my job. Like, it's my job. Love, respect, help children.
Okay, I
serve
love
children, serve their families the best way that I can. And I've fallen short, as we all do, but we learn and we grow.
Okay, all right. So I mean, the bottom.
I like her energy though, guys. Word 100. I can't even kid y'all. Y'all know, y'all call it down the middle, no gray area. I like her energy though, bro. And it's sad she just wasn't raised right, bro. And she's gaining knowledge now. But now is where she's gonna, at 28 years old, is where she got to start her. You know what I mean? So she lost 9 years, I would say. 10 to 9 years of executing and trial and error. You know what I mean? Sheesh.
Bottom line is, it sounds like shortly thereafter, you got into a relationship. How long were you in that relationship for?
Like 6 months or so.
That's all? The one that, okay.
Yep.
That wasn't a long relationship.
When I say okay, 6 months, as in cohabitating for 6 months.
Okay, cohabitated for 6 months. How long were y'all talking before that?
Like 4 months, maybe 3-4 months.
Okay, so that hadn't even been a full year yet.
Nah.
Okay, and so, all right, so y'all cohabitated, and I guess you just didn't have the necessary life skills and adulting experience to be.
Exactly, because these kids run from their parents' house. They run from their parents' home because they be ready to get out of there. They be ready to get off that plantation and use their rights. Remember, 2 women in the crib got the same rights. They both got rights to the men and the kids. See, she don't have her own kids yet. So she just needs to she can use her rights over the man. And this is why they rush to get away from moms and all that torture and all of that abuse. And so that they could go start their own plantation, guys. But they go start their own plantation with no information, no financial back. So it's just pretty much them on their own. Like, it's like motherfucking trial and error on the fly. Now they're learning on the fly the same way I just told you. Who taught her how to be a dummy? Learned on the fly. Exactly. See? I don't lie to you guys. Haven't lied to you once. Salute to the Goodbreads in the chat, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. But I feel I start y'all and send y'all off on with this one, guys. Some truth.
Be able to, make it through and
I wasn't finna raise nobody's son too. Let's add that.
Well, so let me ask about that. I mean, so why'd you get with him in the first place then?
When you are 22, 23 as a young adult and you not had many relationships prior to, you don't necessarily know what to expect, what to tolerate, how to have boundaries and things like that. So that was all a learning experience.
So let me ask you about this, because
she's so brilliant and she's so honest. She is honest, very honest. She know what she's talking about, y'all.
Because you grew up with your dad.
Yes.
Did you consult with your dad about any of that stuff?
No, no. So the way that we went on through high school, it was like the casual dating, right? You know, you let your kids maybe go on a date, like to the movies or something like that, right?
Right.
But after that, after graduation, it was like no talking. After that, it was like don't have sex. That was the conversation. Like that was it. So,
that was it.
Literally, like it was one of those like, hey, you know, keep your virginity. If you know, that's just.
And that's because they weren't taught. They weren't taught. You know what I mean? So they can't teach you what they don't know. Remember? A broke person can't teach you how to be rich. A dummy can't teach you how to be smart. These people didn't know. You ain't got no kids yet, and you know this information. Shit, your mother and dad had them. They done had like 6, 7 kids before they got to this type of information. You see? Why you can't you can't be running off the information, every piece of information that they give you.
How it goes. That's what I was taught.
Or showed you.
He told you to do that even after high school?
Yes, after high school. That's what I was told.
So going into college?
I lost that freshman year.
Yeah, I mean, most people when they go off to college,
that was a choice of mine, you know.
Well, I mean, most people, you know, I get it.
You think you grown?
Well,
that's all college have become, guys. That's all college have become.
You actually technically are grown at that point.
You are.
So, well, and you know, I asked that because, right, I have daughters, right? Both of my daughters in middle school right now.
Yes.
And we've been having the sex conversation for at least a couple years now. And I try to be realistic with them. I try not to be you're never gonna have sex type of dad. You know what I'm saying? I try to.
Both my children know what I do. They watch my channel, so they are very aware of all of the terms, every single thing, because you can't be going outside looking crazy. You can't be unprotected when you go outside. You know what I mean? Especially as a female. You gotta learn in silence. You gotta watch. You know what I mean? Be mindful, be courteous, be kind. You know what I mean? Let me pull it up, because I know a lot of women, they done forgot how to be motherfucking women. You know what I mean? All of these things. Intuitive, generous, nurturing, creative, collaborative, caring, receptive, and grateful.
Let them know, like, all right, these are the type of traits you want to look for in guys and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad never did that. He never okay. And you know, that's something I think as men, we got to start doing a little more, because we're so, you know, we see our little girls as our princesses, and we don't want to.
Yeah, but we so programmed by the mother. The mother be so on your neck. You know what I mean? You be so programmed to the mother. Handcuff be so tight on your fucking wrist. You can't even say nothing. You can't even teach your daughter nothing, because you can't teach the fucking girl anything, because that's the way they got it. They got Cardi B running her relationship. So, you know, these TVs and these shows, they tell you how to run your relationship. And that's what's going on. You see it, these dads, though, they can't say shit. Little girls be shaking their ass all on TikTok with the mother, and the father just be there, just paying. Fronting, playing, let's pretend.
I don't think of them in that way at all.
Yeah.
But the truth is that they're going to be that way at some point, and it'd be better if they were prepared with both a female and masculine point of view.
Absolutely.
Than if they just went out there and just kind of had to bump their head, like a lot of people do. You know, so all right. Okay, so that happened. I mean, so okay. So then that kind of brings us right back to the beginning, right? Like, okay, so it's been about 4 or 5, going on 5 years now. And you say that the reason it's been so long is because of the effect that the abuse that happened had on you.
Yes.
What happened?
So in college, I was harassed and stalked by one of my ex-partners. I was super busy in 2 different organizations, my college marching band and college sorority at the time.
What sorority?
Zeta Phi Beta.
Hey man, shout out them Zetas, man. Yes, sir.
So, I was involved in both of those organizations at the time. Was super busy, of course, with my academics and those two organizations. I didn't have too much time to be dealing with BS. So I end up, the connection just wasn't connecting, and I let him know that, hey, I'm not feeling this anymore. I think we should take a break. XYZ. That wasn't his
Desire.
And so he came anyway. After I told him do not come to the campus, he still came. He got around with somebody and came to the campus.
So he wasn't a student?
Not at all, by no means. He had already graduated college.
Okay.
And so he did still come to the campus. And after the homecoming show or whatever,
We probably these ladies always mess with the older guys. They like the older guys, bro. They like the older guys.
he was like, on the day of homecoming, that rising, I had to go to the parade in front of my, like across the street from my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Standing there in the AM, in the afternoon, at night. So like, what is you doing? And so it kind of,
You done put some voodoo on him or something?
at all. So it accumulated during the day. He was blowing my phone up, and after I got done with all of that, I'm tired. It's all get out. I try to go back to my crib, and he's like, when they have a conversation, I don't got nothing to talk to you about. But he decides he wants to like be controlling and hold me hostage, if you will, in that space. So we kind of like got into a mini altercation. It wasn't no fist thrown or nothing like that. But I ended up having to call his mom, like, hey, get your son, because he's too old to be acting like this.
How much older was he than you?
Like 9-10 years.
Okay.
Like,
How long had y'all been dating?
Don't give me to tell a story. I want to say 6 months.
You in the 6 months. It's like the magic number for you.
I'm just gonna say that because I have experienced short-term memory loss with me working on in my healing process, so that's why I say that.
Okay.
I can't even go back and
really piece it together.
Yeah.
I get it. You guys were together for a little while, and basically he turned up being kind of crazy and stalkerish. Okay. And that was a different relationship from the one that you was in when.
Yes.
Okay. Why'd you stop going to school?
That's why I stopped going to school.
Wow.
I left. So the impact of that, plus just financial issues at my having it been my 5th year, like my own personal finances, plus just stress and that on top of it, I was like, hey, I gotta go back home. Did come back to Dallas.
So you went back home, and then what happened? How'd you end up homeless?
I told you.
Well, I mean, so the apartment and stuff, that was in Dallas?
Yes, and that was after. That was like 6 months or so after I got back from school. So when I got back from school, I stayed with my mother. I was feeling really, I guess, pressured with like society pressures of how I was supposed to operate having left school.
Mm-hmm.
Without, not if I did or didn't graduate, just the fact that I came home from school. I'm supposed to be.
Right, because now your mother, she's looking for you to take care of everything. She's looking for you to take care of everything because you went to school, girl. So census say you're supposed to have this paid up, you're supposed to have this to pay, this degree, you're supposed to have a good job. Nah, they pray for you. They pray on you. They don't pray for you. They pray on you in the black community. The successful ones that they ain't never have no faith in anyway to begin with. But you do hit a lick and come back to the hood and they be ready, hand out, begging. You know what I mean? But that's what it was. Your mom's put pressure on you. So talk clear now, sis. Don't be covering that cat litter. Don't cover that cat litter now. Talk to us. But you went back home and she charged you for something. Because you know they always running with that. Because you can always come home. You can always come home. You know, your dad really mean that shit. And you can always come home with no room and board. You ain't got to pay that shit. That's why you can always come home to mom's crib. Because she always got a bill for you.
You're doing X, Y, and Z. And so it was my mother again, like telling me, hey, I need you to do this.
Right.
But it's like, okay, can you give me some support? Can you give me some time? Can you give me some, And so
I'm going to play that back for my triggered folks in the back that like to creep watch me and think because I hate women. I know. I just love the truth. I love the truth more than I hate women.
With like society pressures of how I was supposed to operate having left school.
Mm-hmm.
Without, not if I did or didn't graduate, just the fact that I came home from school, I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z. And so it was my mother again, like telling me, hey, I need you to do this. But it's like, okay, can you give me some support? Can you give me some time? Can you give me some,
Right. You've been here a little bit longer. You had me. You brought me into this world, and you've been here a little bit longer. You should have that shit figured out. Motherfucker, I should be coming to you like, I need you to tell me this, and this. Fuck part of the game is this. But then they stick their little greasy Chinese fingernail tip fingers in their pocket and talk about she make her own decisions. Wow. Incredible.
And so we weren't seeing eye to eye on that, and I ended up leaving to go stay with the guy.
That's how it works.
So
That's
that
how
was
it
his
began.
apartment, or
That's
that was
how
yours?
it works. They rush out of there and they'll pick anybody. They'll pick the most toxic nigga. And it'd be a good look. This is a good girl. Like, this is a girl that would have did the school thing. Had her moms been a moms. You know what I mean? Had their moms been their moms. And then dad, where you at? Dad's like, you just let her go? You like, what did you do with your dad? Like, 'cause he brought you all the way up, and then it's like, you're not telling us something, sis, either. You know what I mean? I'm not a dummy. I done did a lot of these now. I done made an ass out of myself by assuming a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So it's something you ain't telling us. And your mother, we already know your mom's is a piece of shit, yo. But now, why did your dad not just make the connection for you? And are you just that entitled? Like, what is up with you, sis?
Okay. And so where's dad at?
Dad is in
good
Texas.
question.
And so why couldn't you stay with him?
I just never asked.
Okay.
Up
Pride.
until it got to a point where it was a little bit out of hand. So
Wait.
within the last year or so is when I started maybe asking him to stay with him. And he has a family right now, so that's just not the best option.
Oh, you see how that be? Dad goes and move on with his life. You know what I mean? He don't stay and cling and attach the kid to him and be the reason why he fail at life and suck at life, and then blame it on the kid and have the kid feeling like, so then why did you have me? You know what I mean? So dad goes on, moves on, has a whole nother family, so you know it's not him. Or if it was him, he fixed it, and now he's capable to work co-parent and co-work with another woman, while the mother's still running around here blaming the father for leaving the family when he left her. He didn't leave the family, he left her. And sis, open your mouth. Open your mouth. I tell all my girls this. I tell all my youngins that watch me this. Go get your dad, bro. Go get your dad. Your dad wants you. Your dad will make some space for you. Don't listen to the stupid shit your mother tell you, yo. Go get your dad, bro. And he ain't gonna charge you to live there. He know how to teach you responsibility a whole nother way. Trust me. Disguise the shit as, oh, I'm teaching you how to be responsible. No, they not. They extorting y'all little kids because the checks and the shit is running out. The participation award, you know what I mean? The entitlement funds is running out.
Well, does he know that you're homeless?
He does.
Okay. And so is he okay with that?
He is.
If I ask him, why are you?
Yo, Atlanta Street interviewers, you gotta understand this. You know, as a dad, bro. As a dad. You know it comes a decision, right? Where you tell her, like, do not run off with that boy. Don't run off with that boy. I got you right now, right here. Don't run off with that boy. Come, get your shit together. And what do? They run off with that boy. So now you're on your own, sis. Fuck is you? What is we doing? And then you don't want to open your mouth and tell me anything? We don't play that. We're not playing that. You see, you saw men simp and chase behind your stupid ass mother. Real men ain't chasing you, sis. Daughter, reach out. Reach out the same way you reached out and attempted to start your own shit with the guy. The same way you could reach out.
Why are you leaving your daughter out there to sleep on the street? What do you think his response would be?
She knows better. She needs to do better.
Right.
And
so what haven't you told us about what you
right.
Know, what part have you played in this that you haven't talked to us about?
The only part that I played that I haven't spoke on would just be entitlement. I got the right word.
Right.
So just having that mindset of like, hey, because I'm struggling with this, I need to ask, or I should have the right or the capability to ask either parent to assist me with X, Y, and Z. And so with me, it was more so after getting into that pattern of like instability with housing. Of course, it's instability with work. So then those two play a hand.
Of course.
And that's why it's been a little past constant cycle of homelessness.
So, I mean, if either your mom or your dad would have happened to come across this video on YouTube, what do you think their thoughts and their reactions are going to be?
I think that their thoughts will be they may be proud of me for using my voice and speaking up, but at the same time, they may feel however they feel. And it's not any offense or judgment towards them. Like I said, I'm an adult, I'm 28 years old, so it's not on them to save me or to rescue me or anything of the sort.
That's right.
And I have learned that over this time, but I think they would maybe reconsider their approach, especially mentally and emotionally in dealing with it.
Do they know that you feel this way?
I am not sure that my mom does. I think my dad has a slight idea.
You haven't had these conversations with them?
No, we've not sat down or taken the time to have these lengthy, tough discussions like we should.
So one of the things that we do on this channel, we have discussions with people when they're not around, because sometimes it's just easier to get out our true feelings and how we feel without feeling like they're cutting us off or manipulating us or anything else.
Right.
If you could just give them any message, what do you want to tell them?
I would tell them, Mommy, I am grateful that you have emulated leadership in your own personal life, and that you've shown your daughter.
No. Now you capping and crab legging, and there you go protecting that cat box, and they all do this. You ain't got to say nothing at all if you ain't got nothing nice to say, miss, but to sit up here and lie and eat a whole crab leg like that, man. Your father raised you, and this lady damaged you, miss. Come on, stop the cap.
How to hone in on their talents, their creativity, and their passions.
How did she teach you all of that while she was choking on you?
Yeah, thank you for not making it easy for me, I'd say.
That's what she did.
To my father, thank you for being patient, and also my mom being patient as well. To my father, being patient, being...
You see, these kids, it's like the moms have some type of over these kids. The boys even harder, but the moms have some type of, you know what I mean, over these kids. But she's still bigging up the moms.
Supportive and understanding, even when it's a lot mentally and overwhelming for you to deal with, being that you were a constant in my life. So just thank you for calling when I pick up or sending a few dollars when I ask, things like that.
Do you hold out any level of blame towards mom for her not being there for that crucial time during your childhood?
Thank you, Atlanta Street Interviews, for rewinding that, because I was confused too. With that one. Like, how do you give her all that accolade when you know she didn't teach you that?
Not anymore. I did for a long time, but not anymore, because I understand that as a woman, our priority should be ourselves, because if we are not pouring into ourselves and taking care of ourselves on a whole body level, I'm talking mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, financial, even sexual, then we cannot adequately pour into our children and even teach them the things that we need
And y'all have had that conversation?
to.
No?
Mm-mm.
So she's never offered you an explanation as to why she was gone for 11 years?
No, and I do understand it. Like I said, it was her doing her, and also, I guess it's
Because here's the thing, right? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right. Yeah.
Raising kids is hard.
oh yeah.
Raising kids is extremely hard, and the fact that she left your dad to do it by himself, and there's a lot of moms out there that understand this concept. It's tough to be a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're saying that, for you don't see it to where she owes you any explanation or anything like that?
She don't owe me anything. She owes herself everything. So if that means her examining herself, which we all should do, and they speak about
That's big, yo. That's big, sis. That's big, yo.
that in AA, like you take personal inventory of your wrongdoing.
Hey, you a junkie?
Then you make attempts to right them. So, however, I think that it will best suit and help her to acknowledge what it was so that she can let it go, because I'm no longer holding on to that, especially like that time period of my life. Now, the only thing that will stick out from that age range of 2 to 13 is that she did abuse me physically then. So then the cycle repeated when I became an adult, and it shouldn't have.
She abused you when you became an adult?
Yes.
In what way? I mean, y'all were both adults. Was she like just y'all were fighting?
She was upset with me. I guess it was more so whatever it was, jealousy, envy. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But
again, and you hear it from her mouth to your ears, guys. I don't make this up. What do we talk about on this channel, right? Don't we talk about how modern women hitting the wall? They is jealous of young women, period. So this is the same vibe. These women, they take the mother title, but remove the mother title, they're modern women, bro. Right? So modern women, if I tell you modern women that hit the wall and she's no longer beautiful, when she see a chick that's younger than her, she turn her face up. Think about it. When you be in the club and you see, or not the club, when you be out in the open, in public, and you see a group of has-beens, and you see the pretty girls walking past, don't you look at their face? Look at the has-beens' face when they see the pretty girls, bro. They got their little frown on. They got a frown, or they got some slick, smart shit to say about one of the young girls. Young sisters that's watching me right now, y'all know I'm not bugging, bro. Because y'all know y'all feel the heat on y'all neck when y'all walk past one of these old hag bitches that need to sit down. Y'all know that's how they feel. So imagine what they do to their own kid when that kid looks just like them, but a better version. Mothers be so quick to beat their girl up. They be so quick to beat their girl up, but they won't beat the son up as quick. Because I know some that'll beat both of them up. Like, niggas don't give a fuck. Niggas will beat one with the other. These Helluva mothers don't give a fuck, bro.
But
What was she jealous about?
She did choke me 2 times.
Jesus.
In 2 different
situations.
2 different situations, and it happened to be the same month.
You gotta remember, y'all they property. They brought you into this world, I'll take you out. That's what they say, bro. Y'all property to them. Y'all not human beings. They look at kids the same way they look at men, as property, as ways to get money. Nothing other than that. Not human. We are not human in a modern woman's eyes. Helluva mother's eyes. Sis, who told you of her?
2 consecutive years.
What was the jealousy and envy about?
I have no idea.
So why do you, because I mean, people don't just, generally bring things up out of nowhere. There's something in the back of your head that has made you think that she's jealous and envious of you.
It was the intensity of her aggression towards me as her daughter. And that has not happened to either of my other sisters.
I was about to say, how is your twin?
Mm-hmm.
How's her life going right now?
She probably the ratchet one that ain't got no type of education, but she kissed your mama ass, and that's who she praise and worship.
Great. She's married currently, so she's out in Texas. We don't speak often, but when we do, we catch up. I have puppy nieces that I call they're my baby. So yeah, she's
Okay, so she's doing well. What do you think the difference is between how you two
Salute
turned
to
out?
her. Salute
me
to
and my
her.
twin.
She escaped.
I mean, because you're born the same mom, same dad, same time, same everything, but have different results.
Good question.
So what if you had to pinpoint one or two things, what do you think it would be?
First, personality. We have similar personalities, but obviously we're two different individuals. So I would say we're both like giggly, goofy. We like to have fun and like dance and do funny shit, make people laugh. But my sister is a lot more stern, a lot more, I guess, rigid. You would say with boundaries. And me,
You're more mature.
fluid like water in my life, all my life. So I'm definitely learning to like build structure and compose and ground my waters and ground my energy. So
Okay, all right. So I mean, so real quick, what are we doing at this point to try to get ourselves out of this position of homelessness and instability?
we are following our passions. Okay, so most recently around the Christmas holiday time, I was struggling with.
You see. That's the foolishness in the black community. Cause it's a million motherfucking black niggas following a passion when they need to be following the money. The passion is not gonna lead you to the money. You need money, girl. You need money to not be homeless. You're homeless right now. Following your passion not gonna work, sis. Follow the money. Know what I mean? And you'll be lucky if the money is your passion. What you do is your passion. But follow the money, sis. See, we gotta get rid of this stupidity in the black community. These are all wrong beliefs. And she said this shit passionately stupid too.
Depression, overwhelmed, and so I made a decision to put myself first, and I said I'm going to Georgia. That's where I want to be. I know that's where I want to be. I know what opportunities are there. I know what I would like to do and what I could see myself building, even based on what I have built in Dallas.
So you just got here to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Like when? Like how long ago?
Monday,
like two days ago. Okay. And so I mean, so what's our plan? We're out here. What's our plan?
We are going to be employed part-time or full-time, preferably full-time, because we got stuff to do. Okay, I was gonna say shit, we got stuff to do. But we're going to get employed. We're going to network as much as we can, and this is a part of that.
That's right.
So we're going to network as much as we can. We're going to be active and be on the scene of social events and different things that cater to my passions and goals.
What are your passions and goals? You keep saying passions and goals.
For sure.
Nothing natural about everything she says. She knows everything. She knows exactly what to think, but she don't know how to think. You see that, guys? It's a critical thinking skill that she needs to have. She's not far, but you can tell she's programmed. She's reading this. She read this from a good book, one of them good books. Because she reads. She's a reader now. But you got to start applying that shit, sis, to yourself. And got to get rid of them old beliefs. That following the passion shit is one of them, sis.
Call me out on it. Okay, so my passions are education, for one. I am passionate about mindfulness, mental health, education, and wellness.
So that's money.
That's
so
my passion.
go get it. Go
what
get
else?
the money.
Okay, well, listen, I mean, all this stuff sounds good, man. Like, I ain't mad at it. You're here, new to Atlanta. Do you have any history of drug use?
Yes.
So aside from weed and alcohol. So, and I heard you say AA. We're gonna go back to that. So nothing besides weed and alcohol?
Nothing.
Okay. And so AA, is that for we was doing alcohol abuse basically?
Yeah, that's a
Well, I know what AA is, but I'm saying that so is that what our vice was?
No, it was marijuana.
Okay.
I took AA because I was staying in a sober living environment at the time, and we were required to attend.
Okay.
And I generally liked the concept and the flow of AA, and I was introduced to NA, which is Narcotics Anonymous, and I did not necessarily. I wasn't feeling.
You didn't like it the same way, yeah.
I don't got time. Like, give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't give me 1A, 2.
1A, 1B, 1C.
Don't do that. So that's what it was for me.
Okay, so I mean, so do we still enjoy marijuana?
No, not right now.
Well, I mean, it's like, look, no judgment here, but I'm just asking the truth. Like,
Yes, it's a medicine, so we're gonna leave.
you don't have to explain.
We're gonna call it what it is.
Listen.
We're gonna call it what it is.
You don't have to explain anything to me as far as that goes.
I'm telling them.
All right.
It's medicine, but right now I am currently not using, and I will not be using until I'm completed with my probation.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's expensive too, so there's that as well. All right. Well, cool beans. Well, listen, that sounds good, man. We really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram at Holistic House Dallas, HOLISTICHOUSEDALLAS. And you can maybe, I would say, Cash App.
Yeah, what's your Cash App?
What's my Cash App? Wings for me, capital W, like wings, chicken wings. Okay, but we're not chickens. Wings for me.
Okay, all right, we got it. And that's FOR, right? Not the number 4?
Yes, FOR.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you. We definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, all right?
Awesome.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
You too.
Facts, yo, that was a very good one, yo. It proved all our talking points that we talk about, class. So that's the end of class today, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day, rest of your day. You know what I mean? I'll see you guys tomorrow. There is no more class for today. It's Thursday, and we normally off on Thursday. But I had to bring this one to you guys. I really appreciate you. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button now. And if you haven't already, hit your notification. YouTube acting real flaky with the notifications because they know that I'm the truth with proof, guys. They know. You know what I mean? So the truth is not popular. So I need you guys to make it popular. Set your notifications so that you are no longer late to class, guys. Please set your notifications, hit the bell, you know what I mean? Subscribe if you're new over here. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow.